excuse me. Today, I'm going to try and get these out and the others in. Now, Lindsay, a riding buddy of mine, is coming over. He's got a little crane on the back of his truck. We're going to see if we can get it off and get the mill off. Get that off. And put it on a trolley and tilt the head over, because I can't tilt the head far enough, it's not going to fit under there. So I've got to get fucker's car out of the road. I'm going to get the engine hoist in here in a minute and lift that up. I've just couldn't be asked undoing those bolts, I just cut them off. I'll lift the mill up, get it ready to wheel out. I don't know where the hell I'm going to put it. And then I've got to lift this up. I don't know if I want to lift it up and without unbolting it, which I might do. Because I took the centre out, if you remember, on some of the other projects. That looks a little bit, oh, there you go. Just looks a bit dark with the sun. I haven't got any lights on in here, so. Moved a few things around yesterday. Had to move that down because the new lathe is just barely going to fit between the end of that cupboard and here. I might even have to cut some of that off yet, I don't know. That's just me powder coater. Yeah, so I've cleaned out there. I've taken some photos which I'll put up. That is full of swarf. It's an old bin. So, and I used that magnetic wand to get most of it. Swept up some. The new mill is going to be a bit of a problem in here. It'll fit, but I just don't know exactly where I'm going to be able to put it. I might even have to pull that down and move it. Or I might not, because the DRO on the new one's on the left side, I think. Yeah, so I don't know. I might have to just move a few things down. I'm thinking about rejigging this, because that I've never used. So I'm going to move it somewhere. Even I'm thinking about even selling it. I've had it for 3 years and it's never been touched. Move my press down, move the saw down, just to, you know, get a bit and get rid of this. Either try and get the motivation to finish it, or piss it off somewhere. Yeah, and I've got to just finish, because I've just thrown everything down here. It's my son. That car's a beast. It's supercharged. It's running 10 pounder boost, I think, and an updated memcal, so it does go pretty good. Anyway, let me just get my hoist in here. I'll try and get some of this stuff here out of the road and see what we can do about moving this stuff, eh? Alright, I've got this all disconnected and I've got it unbolted. But I can't lift the bloody thing off. I can't remember how the hell we got it on there. I can't lift high enough to get it off this. I've got it enough just to, you know, to pull it forward a little bit. But so I'm going to leave it till Lindsay gets here. He might have some different... I've only got 3 different size slings. That other one is too short. That one's way too short. That one's too long, and the only other one I've got is longer than that, so yeah. I tried to shorten a bit by putting that under it, you know, just to pull that down a fraction, but I don't want to go any further than that. I don't want to risk dropping the bloody thing on the floor, you know. I know I'm giving it away, but still, I don't want to break it. and it's a little back heavy. If I come in front of the motor, it's way too back heavy. Picking it up by the rear of the motor is still back heavy. So I don't know how. Everything's forward at the gearbox, the table, but I'm going to wait till Lindsay gets here because, like I said, I don't want to break anything. Got this all ready to go. I'm just going to try, once we get that down, I'm just going to pick this up around here or through here and lift it and move it out. I'm thinking of just stacking them there. Get rid of that tin. I'll throw a tarp over them. They're still going to be fairly well protected from the weather. Well, the mill I'm going to put there. The lathe, I'm not sure. I might even put the lathe just in front of it because there's still plenty of room for my daughter to park. Because that's going to be one of my upcoming projects, is I'm getting rid of this monstrosity and I'm going to build because it's when it rains it drips through there, so I'm going to build a 7 metre by 7 metre carport, single span, so that'll be interesting, and it'll be up as high as the eaves here. I'm going to go and order the steel for that this week at some stage and get it delivered, because I'm going to see if I can order the zinc loom 7 metres long, so I don't have to overlap or cut. And the zinc loom is about the cheapest I can get. It's not clip lock, it's a different one, but it's $13.60 per lineal metre. So, you know, I need 10 sheets, 7 metres long, so work that out. Then I've got to get the purlins, I've got to get the legs for the outside, whatever bracing I need. So anyway, I don't know if I ever showed that. That was a mural that was done by a friend. I used to have that on the front of my Rodeo, 4-wheel drive, when I had it years ago. And I got rid of the car but kept the bonnet. So I'm at a bit of a loose end at the moment, so I'm just going to stand here, continue listening to Pink Floyd on the boombox, and wait for Lindsay to get here. Yeah, there's little less I can do. There's a bloke inside at the moment who's putting up some vertical blinds for us. He's only going to be about half an hour-ish, so he'll be gone shortly. Anyway, stay tuned. Rightio. Now, I didn't get any video of getting it off the trailer. That's all we did. We had it on his dolly that we thought would take the weight, but it won't. The dolly is it wouldn't move, and we figured once we got it in here, how the hell are we going to get it off the dolly? Because that will not lift it. So as you can see, I've got that one on the ground. It's going to stay there for now. The bottom half's out there, and the top half's going to sit right next to it. What we worked out will work is, as you can see, we've got some bits of RHS through where fork tines are supposed to go, and it's sitting on top of these, or a bit of pipe here, a bit of RHS there, but I went and just bought 2 6 metre lengths. I'm going to make a bracket that I can dynabolt to the floor, probably right up here somewhere, right about here, and use that winch. It's only a 250 kilo winch, but they could bar it a little bit with short steel bars, so this will pull it along there easy. So I'm just going to hook it around the bottom one and drag it in here. I'm just trying to find some bolts so I can make a bracket. I've used this twice, I think, in the time that I've had it. Just not sure. I think I might just undo those and make the bracket, bolt it on there, just a little stiffener, so I can pull it at ground level. I've got that bit of steel there, is what I'm going to use. So Just going to drill 2 holes for those 2 bolts and then bend it just above ground level. I'm just going to do it the easy way. I'm going to put a cut in it and then hammer it over, and then I'll weld it. And I'll get a bit of something, a bit of scrap, and just weld just a brace. One 12mm Dynabolt will hold it. I've got plenty of Dynabolts up there somewhere. So just let me get this made up and I'll bring you back. I don't really feel like doing much today. Not now, because I've hurt my back, something shocking when we were trying to drag it up the driveway. But I can't leave it out there, so I'm going to drag it up, lay that head over as far as I can, because otherwise it's not going to fit in the door or under the carport. It will fit just, I think, at the moment, but I think that head only goes to 45 degrees, but if I turn it over to 45, yeah, 45 degrees. If I turn it over to 45, that'll knock that height down and I'll get it in. We didn't think we were going to work, well, we wouldn't have worked before because the dolly was probably another 6 inches higher than that. So, and my wheels that I've got that I was going to use on it, they won't work. So I don't know how I'm going to get this out. That's about 200, sorry, I lied, it's about 400 kilos. And it was very dodgy, as it was, because when I lifted it down, you can see where I've got it, 250. So it's about 400 kilos. So I'm gonna, if I get, no, I can't, I'll have to lift it back up and put some blocks under it, bring that back to 500 kilos, and then see if we can force it outside where I'm going to store it for now. But like for now, I'm just going to, I want to try and pull this up to at least here, and it'll sit there for tonight. So stay tuned, I'll bring you back. Alright, this is what I've come up with. I made a bracket, 1 Dynabolt, that's all I need, and put a bar through that at the bottom there. Whoops, sorry, I didn't mean to push the stop button, I meant to zoom it back out. And where's my controls? There's my controls. And now this hoist is noisy, as you can see. Well, I have a problem now. I didn't put my hoist far enough back. I can't drag it all the way in, but that's okay. I think I'm going to leave it there until tomorrow. I've really shot myself in the arse here. because the mill, the old one, is still on the floor. Oh dear. That's alright, I can wheel it backwards. I'll lift it up and move it back out of the road. If I do all that in the morning, I've done for the day. I've had enough, so I'm just going to turn the light off and leave the garage open. No one's going to get in here and steal anything. I fucking dare them to. Anyway, tomorrow's another day. We'll keep moving. Hopefully I'll get this in and get the old lathe out. We'll start working and getting the other lathe around. That might not be quite so hard because I can bolt my other wheels on it and we can wheel it up the driveway. Worst case scenario, I'll do what I've just done with this one. Skid slide. So anyway, stay tuned until tomorrow. Talk to you then. Alright, good morning. Managed to get this in yesterday, but I didn't film anything because it was just so it was so hard to do. I had to I drilled a hole there, as you can see, put a bit of bar in it, and then run the winch wire around that to pull it over to where it is now. So it's pretty much in the position I'm going to leave it at. I might even move it a little bit more yet, I don't know. But I want to get the lathe in first, so I've got to lift this one out somehow, put it somewhere, and then lift the other one. Just let me go out here and I'll show you what I mean. Hey Harley, hello mate. I've got to get that, lift that up. I know the light's a bit weird because I'm filming out into the open. Lift it up, unbolt that wooden pallet and bolt the wheels on it, and then see if we can wheel it down somehow, and then wheel it up into the garage and then lift it off one end at a time, or if I can get the crane around it, lift it up, take the wheels off, then lay it on the ground, and I'm going to bar it back into position if I can. There's nowhere really under that I can get the bar into it to push it, so I don't know. Either I might wheel it back in there and lift one end at a time. If I can't, because as you can see the legs on that. So anyway, I'll get some video and photos and whatnot as I do it.